This will be due Monday. Hi. We will have it available until the 30th. Hi. Where's No Fear Shakespeare? Nope. Wrong red notebook. Yes, I have an alarm set to remind me to send you.
Alright, are we finishing?
We are finishing Hamlet today. Hello. Hey now. Hey. Calm down. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put you a pass in E-Hall Pass. So we don't forget. What? Me too, Troy. I really do.
To be
Clever. Yorick. Well, Yorick here. I'm going to go ahead and put your pass in the system, Ian, so that I do not forget. This is period 2, but I'll send you at 9:40. For, what's that thing called? Capstone. From me to Bandiera. We'll give everybody a couple minutes before I actually start this meeting. Are you actually typing? It sounds like you're just going. Ah, Troy. Allegra's just not going to be the same after you graduate. Nothing will be the same. It's going to be weird. I don't think I even like any kids other than this class. I know. I mean, really, though. You guys were like barely people when I met you. Troy used to threaten my life all the time. And by all the time, I mean earlier this week. Bryce was the worst in 8th grade. I hated him. Huh. Got a couple of people. Yeah, I mean, you know, I like the kids below you, but it's just not the same. Like, I knew some of them when they were in 7th grade. I taught them for like a month before their other teacher got here, but it's not the same. I don't know. What am I going to do? Ian's here, Corey's here, Christian's here virtually. Brendan's coming in. Your mic doesn't work? Oh. Hayward is not here, but I knew he wouldn't be. Troy's here. Eli's here virtually. Nate is here in person. Chip's here virtually. Sterling is here virtually. And Andrea. Okay, couple quick things. First of all, Yesterday I had written actually the night before last, I emailed everybody and I talked about it in class and said, your attendance for Wednesday depends on whether or not you do the discussion post. And some of you were like, why did I get marked absent? Yes, you did. Well, it's because you didn't do the work. And I want to go ahead and reiterate this, that you'll be marked absent if you don't, because we do have at least one e-learning day per month for the rest of the year, starting Monday actually. And yeah, we've got one e-learning day for the rest of the, per month for the rest of the year. They're marked in the calendar now. So there'll always be a thing that you have to do in order to be counted present. Might not always be a discussion post like the other day. Not everyone, no. Well, so Wednesdays don't really usually count as e-learning days because it's so confusing. It really is. Because you guys are virtual, but we're not allowed to be for the most part. But yesterday, because a couple of us had this training to do, we had to just post stuff. We wouldn't have been able to get into attendance. So, but that being said, because this was the first time we did something like that, at the end of the day, or at the end of this class, after we finish reading our last scene in Hamlet, I'm going to introduce one thing to you guys, and then if you want to get your attendance changed from absent to present yesterday, you can still submit the discussion post. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this last scene of Hamlet. I'm so excited about it. Who's reading? Let's see. We've got Hamlet in this one, Horatio, Osric. Let's see who is playing Osric. Let me get to the list here. There's kind of a lot of people in this scene. You know what? Ian, I had you reading Osric, but since Hayward isn't with us, I'm going to have you read Laertes again. Corey, will you read Osric? Will we get there? Osric. This is the only scene he's in. You don't want to read? Okay. I know. Yeah, he's been out a bit. Okay. Well, in that case, Osric. Let's see. Nate, I have you reading Lord. I'm gonna pick on you. We have kind of a lot of roles in this one. Okay, so the normal roles we have, Claudius is in this one, Laertes is this one, so I'm gonna have Ian read that. Gertrude. Then we have Fortinbras, which we've only seen one other time. I had Sterling originally. Sterling, is your mic still out? I'm guessing yes. Troy, will you read Fortinbras? Nate, I have you as Lord. Andarius, you're going to read Ambassador at the end of this scene. So let's try. Okay, we got one more role then. Osric, who can read that? Eli, will you read Osric when we get there?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, that's everybody then. Let me share my screen with you guys. Which also, by the way, after today, I'll be a good bit more on the ball about making you guys have your cameras on, but it's hard for me to actually see if you have your cameras on when we're sharing the screen because I can't see everybody. So if you're like, hey, why does this guy not have to turn his camera on? He's supposed to. Everybody's supposed to. I just don't see that you don't have it on. Okay. So at first we're starting with Hamlet and Horatio. This is our grand finale. Brendan and Chip, you guys ready?
Who am I one more time?
Who just said that? Sorry. Was that Eli?
Yes.
Osric.
Okay.
He'll show up in just a minute. Actually, his back and forth with Hamlet's really funny. All right. Hamlet, take it away.
That's enough about that. Now I'll tell you the other story about my journey. Do you remember the circumstances?
How could I forget, my lord?
There was a kind of war in my brain that wouldn't let me sleep. It was worse than being a captive in chains. Sometimes it's good to be rash. Sometimes it works out well to act impulsively when our careful plans lose steam. This should show us that there's a God in heaven who's always guiding us in the right direction, however often we screw up.
Well, of course.
So I came up from my cabin with my robe tied around me, groped in the dark to find what I was looking for, found it, looked through their packets, looked through their packet of paper, and returned to my cabin again. I was bold enough to open the documents containing the king's instructions, and there I found Horatio, such royal mischief, a precisely worded order, sugar with lots of talk about the Denmark's well-being and England's too, to cut off my head without even waiting to sharpen the axe.
If you guys remember, when Claudius sent him off, he was like, let's get in touch with the guy from England, the Prince of England or whoever, to try to get them to kill Hamlet while he's away. That didn't work out because Hamlet didn't stay gone very long, and he kind of gave them a surprise when he showed back up. But that was the original plot, to kill Hamlet. Do you guys remember from the other day what the new plot is to kill Hamlet?
Poisoned water.
Poison the water, which is kind of a backup. He and Laertes are going to fight, sword fight, not fist fight. And Laertes is planning to dip his sword in poison. So hopefully that will kill him. But if it doesn't, Claudius is going to just be safe and poison the water or whatever he's drinking at the time. Claudius poured poison in Hamlet Senior's ear. Yeah. It's a weird way to administer poison, but all right.
Is it possible?
Here's the document. Read it in your free time, but do you want to hear what I did then?
Yes, please tell me.
Hamlet, I swear. So there I was, caught in the evil net. Before I could even start processing the situation, they had started the ball rolling. I sat down and wrote out a new official document with new instructions. I wrote it in the bureaucrat's neat handwriting. I used to think having nice handwriting was for servants, just like our politicians think. I had to work hard to overcome the prejudice, but it sure came handy then. Do you want to know what I wrote?
Yes, my lord.
Of course you do.
What if he was just like, no, I'm good?
You should have, oh my God. A sincere plea from the king who commands the respect of England, and who hopes that the love between the two countries can flourish, and that peace can join them in friendship, and other fancy mumbo jumbo like that. Saying that, once they read this document without any debate, the ones delivering the letter should be put to death immediately, without giving them time to confess and prove.
And do you guys remember who was actually delivering the letter? Who? Not Laertes. It was who Claudius kind of sent after. No, what did you say? The schoolmates, yeah, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. So Hamlet kind of faked a letter that was like, hey, whoever is giving you this letter, kill those people. So even though Rosencrantz and Guildenstern were friends with Hamlet back in the day, he just had them killed. I mean, it's one that we don't see. It's a death we don't see on screen, but Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, which is also the name of a play about Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, which is kind of funny. All right. Hamlet arranged for them to be killed. Yeah. Because they delivered the letter that said you should kill Hamlet, and then he like faked an official letter and said like whoever delivers this letter to you, make sure that they're killed. So he arranged for their death. Nice. All right, Hamlet.
You skipped one of my lines.
Oh my God, did I?
I think so.
I'm an idiot.
I'm tripping out.
Ah.
I said, yeah, okay. But how could you put an official seal on it?
Heaven helped me out with that too. I had my father's signet ring in my pocket with the royal seal of Denmark on it. I folded up the new document, signed it, sealed it, and put it safely back so that no one noticed any difference. The next day we had our fight at the sea, and you know what happened after that.
So Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are in for it?
Man, they were asking for it. I don't feel guilty about them at all. They got what they deserved. It was always dangerous when little people get caught in the crossfire of mighty opponents.
What a king Claudius is.
Don't you think it is my duty now to kill him with this weapon? This man who killed my king, made my mother a whore, took the throne that I hoped for, and set a trap to kill me. Isn't it completely moral to kill him now with this sword and an easy conscience? And I wouldn't be damned if I let this monster live to do more harm.
He'll find out soon what happened in England.
I feel like I'm so ready for Hamlet to die.
Oh my God, I'm so ready to die. Oh, soon enough, but I have the meantime. A human life is hardly long enough to count to one in. That would make sense.
Like, I don't know why to count to one, but I feel like it would make more sense or be more normal to say like count to three. You don't have time to count to three in your life. Like it's so short.
But I really feel bad, Horatio, about losing control of myself with Laertes. His situation is very much like my own. I'll be nice to him. I just want. I was just that the. It was just the
Showiness.
showiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Showing off.
Showiness of his grief sent me into a fury.
Hang on a minute. Who are you?
Yeah, it's Osric. No, this is Eli. Oh, you're muted, Eli.
Welcome back to Denmark, my lord.
Thank you kindly, sir. Do you know this insect?
Horatio.
Oh. No, my lord.
You're lucky since knowing him is most unpleasant. He owns a lot of good land, give an animal a lot of money, and he'll be welcome at the king's table. He's a jerk, but he owns a lot of dirt, so he's treated well.
My lord, if you have a free moment, I have a message from His Majesty.
I'll hang on to every word you say. Put your hat back on where it belongs. It's for your head, not for your hands to hold.
No, thank you, my lord. It's very hot.
No, I'm telling you, it's cold with a northerly wind.
It is rather cold indeed, my lord. I don't understand what's going on. What is going on?
Basically, Hamlet is just messing with this guy. He did this earlier with, I think, Polonius, maybe, where he's like, can I just get this guy to agree with literally everything I say? And he can. So he's like, it's really hot, right? Yeah, it's really hot. Well, actually, I think it's kind of cold. You're right, it is cold. But I'm sweating. So, yeah, you're right, it's so hot. And this guy's just like kind of being a yes man, which Hamlet's just messing with him because he doesn't like him.
Oh, God. And yet I feel it's very hot and humid, which is bad for my complexion.
Yes, indeed it is, sir. Very humid. I can't tell you how humid it is, my lord. His Majesty wanted me to tell you that he's placed a large bet on you. This is what it's all about.
Please, I beg you.
No, my lord, I'm comfortable like this. Thank you. So there's someone named Laertes who's recently come to the court. He's an absolute gentleman, totally outstanding in so many respects, very easy in society and displaying all his excellent qualities. If I were to expose my true feelings on him, I'd have to say he's like a business card for the upper classes. He's that wonderful. You'll find that he's a sum total of what a perfect gentleman should be.
Just wanted to see what that is. Together, they sometimes make almost no sense. No kidding.
So your description of him doesn't detract from his good qualities, though I know that trying to list them all will make your head spin, and even so, you wouldn't be able to keep up with him. Speaking the very truth of high praise, I can honestly say that I find him to possess a soul of such great importance, and so rare and unique in every aspect to speak the absolute truth. He can find an equal only when he gazes into a mirror. Anyone else is just a pale copy of him.
You speak absolutely correct, sir.
And what's the point, sir? Why are we talking about him like this?
Sorry, sir?
Can't you talk to him in a different way?
Can't you talk to him in a different way?
Oh, my fault.
Second.
Um, what's the significance of referring to as individual?
Laertes, you mean?
All his fancy language has run out finally. His pockets are empty.
Yes, Laertes, sir.
I know you know something.
All right, that's a Hamlet. Thanks for the compliment. I'm happy you know that, but in fact, it doesn't say much. I'm sorry you were saying.
I know you know something about how excellent Laertes is.
I can't admit that since you have to compare his excellence to mine, but knowing a person well is a bit like knowing oneself.
Excellent in fencing, I mean, sir. His reputation in fencing is unrivaled.
What kind of weapon does he use?
I have no idea how to say that.
Rapier. It's just like a long, thin, pointy sword.
And the dagger.
Those are only two of his weapons, but go on.
The king has bet 6 Barbary horses, and he has prepared 6 French rapiers and daggers with all their accessories. 3 of the carriages are very imaginatively designed and they match the fencing accessories.
What do you mean by carriages?
We would have to look something up in the dictionary before we were finished.
The carriages, sir, are the hangers where the swords hang.
Carriages makes it sound like he's pulling around a cannon. I prefer to call it a hanger. But anyway, 6 Bradbury horses, 6 French swords with accessories, and 3 imaginatively designing carriages. Sounds like a French bet against the Danish. Why has all of this been put on the table?
The king, sir, has bet that in the dozen rounds between you and Laertes, he won't beat you by more than 3 hits. You could get started immediately if you give him your answer.
But what if my answer is no?
I mean, if you'd agree to play against Laertes, sir.
Sir, I'm going to go for a walk in the hall here, whether the king likes it or not. It's my exercise time. Bring the swords if the king still wants to go through with it, and if Laertes is still willing. I'll have the king win his bet if I can. If not, I'll only have suffered some embarrassment and a few sword hits.
Shall I quote you in those exact words, sir?
Just get the point across, however flowery you want to be.
My services are at your command.
Thank you.
No problem.
It's a good thing he's here to recommend himself. No one else will.
That crazy bird's only half hatched.
He used to praise his mother's. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Woo. He's he's like so many successful people in these trashy times. He's patched together enough fancy phrases and trendy opinions to carry him along, but blow a little on his bubbly talk, and it'll burst. There's no substance here.
Word injures. Nate, this is you.
My lord Oscar has told me, King, about your agreeing to the fencing match. The king wishes to know if you want to play against him right away or wait a while.
I'll do whatever the king wants. If he's ready now, so am I. Otherwise, I'll do it anytime as long as I'm able.
The king and queen are coming down with everyone else.
Right on cue.
The queen wants you to chat with Laertes politely before you begin your match.
She's full of good advice.
You're going to lose this bet, my lord.
I don't think so. I've been practicing fencing constantly since he went off to France. With the handicap they're giving me, I think I'll win, but I'll have a sinking feeling anyway. Oh well.
Wait, my lord.
I know I'm being foolish, but I have the kind of vague, misgiven woman often get.
What do you mean by that?
Oh. If something is telling you not to play, listen to it. I'll say you're not feeling well.
We do no such thing. I thumb my nose at superstitions. God controls everything, even something as trivial as a sparrow's death. Everything will work out as it is destined. If something is supposed to happen now, it will. If it's supposed to happen later, it won't happen now. What's important is to be prepared, since nobody knows anything about what he leaves behind. Then what does it mean to leave early? Let it be.
Did you guys read Macbeth last year? You never read Macbeth? No. I was just gonna say it's a huge thing in Shakespeare, Macbeth more than anything else, but we definitely get it here too, of like fate versus free will.
Elijah Doyle, please report to the main office. Elijah Doyle, please report to the main office.
And like how much influence do we actually have? Macbeth is about all these prophecies that are kind of self-fulfilling. And so the whole thing is like, did the prophecy make it happen, or did the people who heard the prophecy just expect that it would happen and go through a series of actions that ensured it happened? And this is kind of the same thing with Hamlet. He's like, I'm going to try my best. I've been like fighting and preparing, but whichever way it goes, there's not really anything we can do about it. It's also kind of similar to the Beowulf thing where he's like, fate's going to do whatever it's going to do. And like, I'll do my best, but if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. It's kind of what Hamlet's saying here. He's like, everything's going to happen the way it's destined to happen. If I'm supposed to die now, then I will. So Claudius enters with Gertrude, Laertes, Osric again, a bunch of other people. There's going to be some trumpets and sounds and things. But this is the fight. Come shake hands with Laertes, Hamlet. I'm forcing it.
I beg your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong. Forgive me as a gentleman. Everyone here knows, and I'm sure you've heard, that I'm suffering from a serious mental illness. When I insulted you, it was due to insanity. I was Hamlet was the one who insulted Laertes. No, not Hamlet. If Hamlet is robbed of his own mind and insults Laertes when he feels when he's not ready, when he's not really himself, then Hamlet's not guilty of the offense. Who is guilty then? Hamlet's mental illness is.
Hamlet's referring to himself in the third person, and it's getting a little weird.
And if it's true, then Hamlet is the victim of his own illness. His illness is his enemy, sir. With the audience as a witness, let me declare that I am as innocent of premeditated evil against you as if I would have been had happened to shoot an arrow over my house and accidentally hit my brother.
Laertes. Hamlet?
Okay. I'm grateful for your love. Come on, give us the swords, and we will play this friendly fencing match enthusiastically. I'm going to make you look sharp, Laertes. I'm going so bad at the game that your skill will shine like the brightest star in the darkest night. No, I swear I'm not.
Give him the swords, Osric. Hamlet, you know the bet?
Yes, my lord, quite well. You bet on the weaker fencer.
Sounds like a dumb thing to do. I'm not worried. I've seen both of you fence, but since Laertes is better, we've given him a handicap. He's got to outdo you by 3 hits to win.
I like this one. Are they all the same length?
Yes, my lord.
Put the goblets of wine on that table. If Hamlet makes the first or second hit, or gets back at Laertes by making the third hit, then let my soldiers give him military salute. I'll drink to Hamlet's health, and into his goblet I'll drop a pearl, even more costly than those in the crowns of the last 4 Danish kings. And by pearl, he means a little bit of poison. Give me the goblets, and now let the drum and the trumpet play, and the trumpet signal the cannon to outside fire, and let the cannon tell the heavens, and the heavens tell all the earth that the king is drinking now to Hamlet's health. Come on, let's begin. Judges, pay close attention.
Come on, sir.
They fence.
That was one hit.
Sorry, hang on. That's
Ooh.
my arm telling me to let Ian go. I'll just read it. Nate, do you want to read it? Do you want to read Laertes for the rest of the time? Okay, we'll let Nate do it. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we? Sorry, which line?
Laertes.
No, it wasn't.
Mhm.
All right. You know where we are? Oh, wait, I think that we're not at the same place. Where Laertes says, no, it wasn't. Hamlet?
Referee.
There's obviously a hit.
Give me a goblet. Hamlet, this pearl's yours. Here's to your health. Give him the goblet.
Let me just finish this round. Set it down a while. Let's play. Another hit. What do you say?
That's the one. My son will win.
He's flabby and out of breath. Here, Hamlet, take my handkerchief, and wipe your forehead. The queen's drinks to your good luck and happiness.
And then she lifts the cup that has the poison in it. She doesn't know. Also, I love how she's like, my son's flabby and out of breath.
Yeah.
My fat son is doing fine.
Thank you, madam.
Gertrude, don't drink that.
Excuse me, I'll drink it if I like.
That was the poison drink. It's too late.
I better not drink now. I'll drink later.
Come on, let me wipe your face.
Laertes. Oh no, one before that. The one before that. I doubt it.
Get ready for the third hit, Laertes. You're just playing around. Come on, give me your best shot. I sense you're treating me like a child.
They fence again.
They're neck and neck.
And Laertes wounds Hamlet. And then Hamlet, they end up with each other's swords, which of course is important because Laertes has a poison on his sword. So now Hamlet does, and he uses it and wounds Laertes. So things are not going well for Laertes at this point. Separate them. They're overdoing it.
No, come on, one more time.
Gertrude collapses.
Take care of the queen.
Horatio.
Both fencers are bleeding. How do you feel, my lord?
How do you feel, Laertes?
How's the queen?
She fainted at the sight of them bleeding.
No, the drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink. I've been poisoned.
She dies. Bye, Gertrude.
Oh, what evil locked the door? We've been betrayed. Find out who did it. The syrup over there on top of the Thank you. The babe poison, then get to work. Poison.
And then Hamlet wounds me with the poison tip, and everybody says, treason, treason. Protect me, my friends. I've only been hurt, not killed. Some harsh words here.
Here, you gosh darn incest breeding Danish murderer. Thank you. Drink this. Is your little pearl in here? In there? Follow my mother.
And I'm poisoned and dead.
Congratulations.
And then he dies. Within like a minute, we've got Gertrude, Claudius, and Laertes all dead.
So, like, God will free me. God will free you from blame. I'll follow you to heaven in a minute. I'm dying, Horatio. Goodbye, miserable queen. And all you people watching, pale and trembling, speechless as spectators of these acts. I could tell you a thing or two if I had the time. Let it be, Horatio. I'm dying. You're alive. Tell everyone what happened. Set the story straight.
Not for a second. I'm more like an ancient Roman than a corrupt modern Dane. Some of the liquor's still left in this goblet.
Now Horatio's trying to kill himself. He's like, oh no, I'm so devoted to Hamlet, and if Hamlet's dying, I'm gonna die too. So he's trying to kill himself.
Please give me that goblet. If you love me, let go of it. I'll get it from you, I swear. Oh God, Horatio. What a damaged reputation.
Oh my god.
What just happened?
Commentators.
Bro, oh, the damaged reputation I'm leaving behind me as no one knows the truth. If you ever love me, then please postpone the sweet relief to death a while, and stay in the harsh world long enough to tell my story.
So Hamlet gets Horatio to not kill himself. He's like, I'm on my way out. I feel like if I die and nobody knows our story, then I'm gonna come out of this looking like a bad guy. So please, Horatio, like if you were really my friend, please stay alive and tell this story. And then military march and cannon fires. That's my cannon fire noise. And Hamlet, that's you.
What are these warlike noises?
Young
Fortinbras.
Fortinbras, returning in triumph from Poland, is firing his guns to greet the English ambassadors.
Oh, I'm dying, Horatio. This strong poison's overpowering me. Well, I will not live to hear the news from England, but I bet Fortinbras will win the election to the Danish crown. He's got my vote as I die. So tell him that given the recent events here, oh, the rest is silence. Oh, oh, oh.
I really feel like the deaths in Shakespeare's plays are very overdramatic.
They are very overdramatic, which you kind of have to be on stage anyway. But these in particular are pretty dramatic. Hamlet dying kind of reminds me of Mercutio dying in Romeo and Juliet, because Mercutio is like, let me just tell a bunch of jokes and puns as I'm dying. And Hamlet is like, I really don't have much time to tell you anything else, but let me keep talking for ages while I'm dying. Like, death is kind of secondary to saying whatever they feel like is going to be good for the play.
Now a noble heart is breaking. Good night, sweet prince. May hosts of angels sing you to sleep. Why are those drums approaching?
And then Fortinbras, so it's going to you. And the English ambassador, who did I say that was? Ondarius. Oh my God. Oh, my little thing just got in the way. They come in. What?
What do I see here?
What would you like to see? If it's a tragedy, you've come to the right place.
These death corpses just mayhem. Oh, proud death, what banquet are you preparing that you need to knock off so many princes at one stroke?
Ondarius, can you read this one?
You should make Brendan read this part.
That'd be mean. Is your mic not working? No.
That boy is lying.
Mm-hmm. Horatio?
Alrighty. Not the king. Even if he were still alive to thank you, he never ordered their deaths. But since you've come so soon after this bloodbath, you from battles in Poland and you from England, then give your men orders to display these corpses on high platform. And let me tell the world how all this happened. You'll hear of violent and unnatural acts, terrible accidents, casual murders, deaths caused by trickery and by threat, and finally murderous plans that backfired on their perpetrators. All this I can explain.
Truly?
Am I about to recount the entire play to them in the play?
Yep, so classic of Shakespeare.
Let's hear about it right away and invite all noblemen to listen. As for me, I welcome my good luck with sadness. I have some rights to claim this kingdom, and by arriving at this moment, I have an opportunity to put them into effect.
I also have a few things to say about that, which Hamlet just told me. But let's get down to business. Even though people are in a frenzy of grief, to avoid any further plots and mishaps.
Let four captains carry Hamlet like a soldier onto the stage. He would have been a great king if he had had the chance to prove himself. Military music and military rights will speak for his heroic qualities. Pick up the corpses. A sight like this suits the battlefield, but here at court it shows that much went wrong. Go outside and tell soldiers to fire the guns in honor of Hamlet.
Okay, so Horatio is not actually going to recount it on stage, but he's basically like, all right, come with me and I'll tell you literally everything that happened. And that's the end, and everyone except for Horatio and Ross are dead. So it's very sad.
I'm not dead.
What? Queen Gertrude's dead. Queen Gertrude accidentally drank the poison cup. She was just like, oh, I'm parched here, and picked up the poison cup. Probably Fortinbras is going to be king now. Since we don't have a king, there are no other heirs. Fortinbras has just come, which like he was planning to anyway. He was planning to come and like take revenge on Hamlet and on Denmark for killing his father, because Hamlet's father killed Fortinbras's father, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go attack Denmark over it. But Hamlet does say as he's dying, like, let Fortinbras be the king. He's got my vote. He doesn't really hold anything against him. And actually, there's a movie called Hamlet too, but it's like it's a comedy, and it's like about I've never watched it. It's about like a high school class doing a production of Hamlet. But I've heard really good things about it. So this is perfect timing. I thought we would maybe have even a little bit more time in class today, but we've only got 4 minutes left. So I'm not gonna give you the new sheet. I'll give it to you tomorrow. And I'm not going to do much discussion on this. We'll discuss it tomorrow, but for the rest of the class period, you actually have until like the end of the day. If you turn in your discussion post from yesterday, which you will probably have to email to me because I did set the discussion post to close at the end of yesterday, I will change your attendance for yesterday if you turn that in. Anything for the good of the group before I let you guys go? All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Yep, if you turned it in yesterday, then I marked you present. I haven't graded them yet, but I marked present for the people who turned it in. Tuesday, we do not have school. Monday, it's virtual. What an idiot, this guy. All right, see you guys tomorrow.